Good morning, Gemini. How are you doing today? We have Bess here, pride of place in the centre of my reading, wanting a bit of attention. So I'll stroke her, I guess, while we introduce your reading today. Oh, she's on the move. She's on the move. Your songs, I had absolutely nothing for you, Gemini. Absolutely nothing until I sat down and started setting up the reading, and I looked at my open page, my blank page, and I got Cindi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So, do you just want to have fun, Gemini? When the working week is done, do you just want to have fun? Because the second song that came on, well, no. The first song was an intuitive song, I channeled it. The second song I randomised for you on Spotify, and I got Lonely Gun by Cyn, C-Y-N, so a bit like Cindi, a bit like my name. She needs some sweet release. She needs some sweet release. So girls just want to have fun. She needs some sweet release when the working week is done. So perhaps you've been working really, really hard, and you're like, you know what? I just want to go out and have fun. Tell me who my secret admirer is, because I'm interested in hooking up with them. I hope we have a fun reading today, Gemini, because yesterday's reading was actually, it was really quite hard. It was really quite a difficult one, Taurus's reading. I struggled with that one and I felt grim afterwards. So yeah, Gemini, come on guys, I need you. My fellow air sign, let's have a good reading today. Right, I'm going to randomise a song for you. We're doing spooky week readings. This set of readings, spooky for Halloween. We're going to find out who your spooky secret admirer is. Don't take anything too seriously. If anything is, you know, perhaps you don't like spooky things. I'm not trying to scare anyone. It does have a spooky theme, but it's all in good nature. It's like Halloween, right? If I do pick up on something like yesterday with Taurus's reading, and you want to play with the pen, don't attack my fingers. Come on then. Here you go. No, she's gone back to her favourite place, the window ledge. If anything comes through that I do feel is like I'm picking up on something quite serious, like with Taurus's reading yesterday, I will make that absolutely clear. But anything else that comes through, just take it as a bit of fun. So, Taurus yesterday got Feed My Frankenstein by Alice Cooper. So, what are you going to get? I'm going to try not to play too much of it, though, because I did get a copyright strike on one of my videos the other week. Halloween Birthdaze, my new, new best fund, new beat fund. Halloween Birthdaze, new beat fund. Okay, I'm going to pause and listen to this off camera because I don't know this song. Okay, that song is pretty cute actually. So you definitely want to go out and have fun, or you know, the person, you can switch the roles around on this reading. If you think that you're the secret admirer and I'm talking about you, then just switch that around, you know, as needs be. Perhaps you're interested in a Gemini, you want to know if they like you. Yeah, so just play around with the vice versa of this reading as you need to. I'm sorry it's gone a bit dark, it's a bit overcast today, and the cat's in the window. The cat's in the window with the silver spoon. Funny that I'm saying that, because that Halloween Birthdaze, Little Boy Blue and the Man on the Moon, one of the lines in that is the moon is a cowboy. Now the moon in the tarot is the Pisces card, so maybe you know a Pisces that you think of as being a bit of a cowboy or cowboy-like. Perhaps they dressed up as a cowboy for Halloween. You know, they are talking about Halloween, so they say dressed up like heroes, how stupid were we. So this may be somebody that you know, perhaps know from childhood, where you dressed up as superheroes. It may be somebody, I think it's somebody that you've had a lot of fun with. I think this is somebody that you've known for a while, you've been to parties with them, you've had a good time with them. I think whoever this secret admirer is for you, I think they've got a lot of memories of like those good times. I'm really getting the energy of fun, which is a relief after yesterday. You know that you got me, I just hope that you want me. Oh my goodness. Gemini, I like your person. I like them already. Okay. Who is Gemini's secret admirer, please? So this is the movie tarot. The idea of this is that at Halloween people dress up as different people from movies. You know, it's not all spooky things. Sometimes people like to dress up as movie characters. So who is Gemini's person, please? Who is Gemini's person? I've only got the character cards out of this pack. Only the ones with an actual character on them. All the kind of minor arcana, like the Three of Cups, it just isn't in there. So we're just looking for... Oh, is she a Gemini? Winona Ryder. I wonder if she's a Gemini. In the underlying, you've got the Strength card there. Who is that? Not sure who that is. Oh, it's Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver in Alien. Didn't recognise her at first glance. Right, okay. Sigourney Weaver in Alien. Aliens then. Aliens. Perhaps it kind of, you know, you've got that stuff about the moon. I was just thinking that Little Boy Blue and the Man on the Moon. So maybe it feels like it's a bit of an out of this world connection. Little Boy Blue, Man, Moon. I'm just making a note to remind myself to look that song up and put it in the description box. All your songs that come through in this reading will be in that description box. But down below, you can go and look up the lyrics, see if there's any additional meaning in there for you. The High Priestess as well. Yeah, absolutely. There's a moon on this card. Could very well be connecting with the Pisces. The High Priestess. This is... Right, this is somebody who is quite spiritual. They may be into kind of spiritual type things. You know, they may really love Halloween because it allows them to kind of express that that side that's fascinated with, you know, things that are a bit out there, a bit unseen, a little bit weird and wonderful. They probably love that sort of thing. They probably really love Halloween. High Priestess, they're probably quite intuitive. They probably trust the gut quite a lot. They probably really instinctively know how to feel the way through different situations. She's out of, I'm pretty sure this is the dress from Beetlejuice, right? Yeah, recently deceased Beetlejuice. Oh no, I've said it twice, don't let me say it again. Actually do, can't I, you know, who doesn't want to have a fun time with oh, what's his name? His name's gone out of my head. He's like one of my favourite actors from my childhood as well. He's in the Tim Burton movies. He's in Tim Burton's Batman. Michael Keaton. Yeah, who doesn't want to have a fun time with Michael Keaton? Recently deceased. Perhaps your person has lost someone. Perhaps somebody's passed over recently for them. Perhaps they're dealing with that, connecting to spirituality as a way to... They may even be trying to contact their ancestors, or like somebody who's passed on. They may feel their ancestors around them. This is the sort of person, they probably do believe in ghosts, angels, God, spirit, you know, all the things that kind of, you know, we feel but don't necessarily have the evidence for. They probably really do believe in that sort of thing. And they've probably had supernatural experiences themselves. Wedding, she's wearing that red wedding dress where this person may have felt, they may have had an experience in their life where they felt like they were kind of pressured into getting married or pressured into a commitment that perhaps they weren't ready for, or perhaps they weren't sure about the feelings for the other person. They may not necessarily have got married, but they may have just had that experience at one point in their life where they kind of felt quite a lot of perhaps societal pressure to enter into a commitment that they weren't entirely, it's like their gut told them not to do it. They intuitively knew there was something wrong with it. So whether they kind of went for it or they didn't, I don't know. I think I may be coming to the tail end of what I'm picking up from there. I'm going to read the quotes. This pack normally does have a quote. So let's have a look. Winona Ryder as Lydia Dietz in... nearly said it. Moon Goddess, deep knowledge, intuition, foresight, intelligence, enlightenment, understanding, wisdom, science, education, inspiration, mystery, gnosis, divination, prophecy, sanctuary, pride, egotistical, surface knowledge, emotional instability, unforgiving. So some of those may have jumped out to you. Don't worry about all of them. Probably some will resonate and others won't. The High Priestess is the strong, silent type who sees under the surface. It's best to keep your lips sealed for now. Time will be needed in a quiet, private place. Ayo, Gemini, that's where you have your fun. Seeking greater balance before speaking truths. Something remains a puzzle, and that's life. Right, so this person, you may intuitively know that they like you. There may be a need to not kind of open up about it just now. Perhaps there's some kind of situation that means that now is not the right time. It says that you need to kind of have a quiet, private place with them. So you may need to take this person aside and have a conversation with them. You kind of need to be alone to kind of be able to talk to this person openly, I think, and figure out what it is, what your relationship means. Life lesson: trust what you know and take time to work out who you can trust. Lydia Dietz explaining her perspective on life. My whole life is a dark room. One big dark room. Okay, bit down. Maybe somebody's been a bit depressed. Maybe somebody's been a bit down in the dumps. Really wish the lighting was a little bit better today. I'm sorry, guys, but do you know what? It fits. It works with the spooky vibe. We're gonna go for it. I'm just gonna have some coffee, because coffee is important. And here we go. What else do we have for you? So this is literally a Halloween charades cheap card game off Amazon. This is just to kind of show that you don't necessarily need a tarot pack, an expensive tarot pack for card readings. You can use any kind of cards to do card readings, and use your trust your intuition, like the High Priestess, to be able to garner see what intuitively comes to you from the card. You don't necessarily need a formal system like tarot. So yeah, just go for it. When you're at a Halloween party, if somebody has cards, you know, see what you get from that. Oh, devil in the underlying, and maybe dealing with a Capricorn. A Ouija board. Don't use Ouija boards. I think that they're not very safe. I think that Ouija boards open up a portal to the spiritual realm. I've heard some horror stories from a Ouija board, so I would never, ever, ever do an Ouija board in my house. And if I was to do one, I mean, I don't think I would do one, but if I was to do one, I would probably do it away from my house, away from anyone's house, and I definitely want to try and cleanse and make sure nothing was going to follow me home afterwards. So word of warning there, if you're going to Halloween parties, you know, just be careful. Perhaps somebody once dressed up as Lydia for Halloween, I'm getting. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I'm getting that somebody may have once dressed up already as Lydia from that film, and perhaps they did an Ouija board. There's something with the Ouija boards. Reminding me of that that YouTube video. It's a really funny video where somebody reads out like bad Google searches, where people can't spell the word Ouija. And so it's like, a Ouija board? What's a Ouija board? So I don't know if you want to go and Google that, but perhaps your person or you have Googled that. Perhaps you know the video that I'm talking about. Perhaps you watched it together, you laughed over it. Bored. Perhaps some of you are very, very bored. You know, with that Girls Just Want to Have Fun song, you know, when the working week is done, you know, really feeling really bored, feeling like fed up, having to do the things that you have to do, and then you just want to go out and have fun. So yeah, you and this person may have, you may work with them, you may have finished work and been like, right, let's go and have a drink. There's a sense of like, in my head they're going, whee! So you may have done something like pushing each other in a shopping trolley, possibly. If that resonates, then this is for you. You know, pushing each other in a shopping trolley, going whee, that kind of thing. I really feel like you've had a lot of fun with this person. Ouija boards. One of you, I think, has definitely used a Ouija board. Perhaps you got some information from one. Perhaps you were quite shocked, actually, at what happened with it. Perhaps this person pranked you and made you think that it was moving, but it was actually just them moving it. Tricks. I think you two like to play tricks on each other. There could be some kind of board of directors that you deal with. I think maybe you work with this person. Okay, that's all I'm getting from that. Okie dokie. So. Can I get an energy of your person? Yeah, immediately. It's me. It's the mouse. I would love to say that I've dressed up as Lydia for Halloween, but I certainly have not. Your person may actually be really quite timid. Buffalo on the underline there. Your person may be a little bit shy. They may have confidence issues where they kind of feel quite small. If they're in a bit of a group, if they're in a crowd, perhaps they kind of go quite timid, quite quiet, which may be why that message was coming through that you might have to get this person alone to really have a talk with them. They may not open up around other people. Yeah, I feel like there's this sense of them kind of sitting back, being quite quiet, being a timid little mouse, kind of watching everything. They probably take everything in. And yeah, I'm getting wallflower and I'm getting nutshell. Like this person kind of perhaps puts up a bit of a shell. They like to retreat into the shell. Maybe they're called Michelle, Shelley, Michelle, Rochelle, Shell. Perhaps they got Shell in the name. Yeah, I'm mostly getting that they get very, very timid around other people. They've got they feel quite small, maybe a bit of imposter syndrome. There we go. Right. What else do we have here? But then again, like there's this connection, like look at all the kind of lights around them. You've got like the High Priestess card, the Sigourney Weaver Alien card, the Ouija board connecting. Like this person probably does have this kind of sense of like spirits around them. Perhaps this person literally sees orbs. Yeah, I think this person's very, very connected, very aware of like things beyond the veil. Right, okay. They're telling me quiet as a mouse, quiet as a mouse. Perhaps this person said, perhaps you were doing something like an Ouija board or a ghost hunt with this person or something like that. And they've said, be quiet as a mouse. Like shh, listen. So I was just shushing and listening in case anything wanted to come through for me then. Right, okay. What do you feel about your person? What do you feel about your person? I think you feel a lot about your person. Quite a few cards tried to come out then. Look, more mice or rats. You think your person's very, very fair. It could be Libra, Pisces, Libra placements perhaps. I've had Capricorn as well. It doesn't have to be any of these signs. I'm just saying them for the people who like to hear them. Yeah, you may feel like... Do you know what I'm getting? I think you feel like there's been some sort of injustice with this person. I think this person doesn't speak up for themselves. They're quite timid, and I think you feel like people take advantage of them, possibly in work, with it being Pentacles. I think you want to kind of balance this out and make it more fair. I just keep hearing justice. The Six of Pentacles is like the minor arcana of the Justice card. It's about sharing the wealth, divvying up the assets, making sure everybody does the fair share of work, just making things equal. I'm noticing that this, like there's lots of rats, there's lots of mice and rats on this card. Every time I look at the cards, I get something different from them. There's lots and lots of mice and rats on this card. But she's favouring this one. There's like this one's slightly higher and this one's right at the top. So it's like you've noticed this person out of the crowd. This person stood out for you. So I think although this person may to a lot of people seem like just another one in the crowd, you've kind of recognised something special about them. Now that might be like they've got a special talent or a particular loyalty, or it's just that you've got this kind of a connection with this person. So I think perhaps you are higher than this person. You're perhaps you've got it's like you might be further up the career ladder, or you might be in a position where you're doing quite well, and you kind of, although this person is just a little mouse or a little rat kind of thing, they're quite lowly, or they present as being very, very humble, you kind of see them as quite an equal to you in some kind of regard. She's holding out her hand here, he's raised up, and yeah, they're not eye to eye, there's still an imbalance, but she's trying to raise this person up. So you may have offered opportunities to this person. So say you're, I don't know, say you work with this person. It might be that you're in a position where you can decide who does what, and you've said, right, okay, that person, I want to offer them this opportunity because I know it'll be good for them. It'll bring them some extra money, it'll get them some reputation, it will increase the confidence, something like this. Okay. Oh, it's so funny that the two cards there with mice and rats. Perhaps this person has small animals. Perhaps this person has mice or rats, or, you know, gerbils, something like this. Perhaps they keep them. Perhaps you do. I'm mostly getting the sense of somebody being quite humble or quite timid. Yeah. You have a sense of really wanting to make things fair. You've got a good sense of equality and fairness about you, which is really, really lovely. I'm relieved that this reading's going so well so far. What's in your thoughts about this person? You may feel like there's been, oh my goodness, the Tower. Right, okay, what I'm getting from this is you may have missed some kind of opportunity with this person. You know, they are very quiet. They're coming off as being quite secretive with that High Priestess card. Very, very, they probably don't say everything that they see, kind of thing. They probably keep a lot to themselves. I'm really noticing like the big eyes on that mouse. Like I keep saying he, could be a he or a she. Big eyes on the mouse, but like no mouth. So it's like they watch, they pick up things. They've got the big ears, they listen, they watch and listen, but they don't really say very much. I think that they very subtly approached you. They offered you their cup. They kind of, in their own way, made some kind of approach where it was like, I'm interested in you. But I think you missed it, or you shrugged it off. You didn't take it. The Five of Cups card is a card about crying over spilt milk, basically. Relationships that didn't work out, and you know, somebody lamenting those relationships, those missed opportunities, or those things that just didn't work out. While behind them is this Two of Cups, which is an equal partnership with somebody. And then the Tower moment is like shock, realization, a light bulb moment, something coming in like a stroke of lightning, that where suddenly everything is like, feels like it's all been shaken up, everything's suddenly different. So it's like you've kind of realised, you've had this light bulb moment of, oh my God, I missed an opportunity with this person. It shook your foundations. It kind of threw you for a wobble. Like that person that I thought was my friend, like, oh my God, I actually have feelings for them. Something like this. Or it's that you have had relationships in the past that didn't work out. They left you feeling disappointed, upset, this feeling of like, yeah, real sort of disappointment, lamenting the things that didn't work out, those relationships. And all of a sudden you've realised that this person is your Two of Cups. This person is your equal. You've got two kind of cards here about this person being your equal. And it may be that you always thought of them as being unequal. You always thought, well, they don't have the money that I have. You know, maybe they come from a more modest background than you, and you come from a wealthier background. You know, maybe not like high wealth, but maybe you come from a comfortable background and this person had to struggle a bit. So there's a sense of like, at first glance, thinking that this person's unbalanced, but I think on an emotional level, this person is your equal. You connect with this person on an emotional level. You think about things in the same way. You have the same values, the same core values and ideals. So yeah, you may be quite shaken up by this. It's like, well, what does this mean now? What does this mean? Like, where do we go from here? That's a Madonna song. So you're waiting. In your action space, you are waiting. Ones are very, very passionate. You can see she's got these red candles lit up here. There's a lot of passion here, but I feel like you're holding back. You might be waiting for this person to come to you. You might be, it's like that they come to your house and you're rushing to greet them. It's like if, what is it? You know you got me, I just hope that you want me. So yeah, I think now it's like you've kind of realised this. Perhaps you're not entirely sure. It's like intuitively you think, oh my God, I think this person likes me. And I think you're quite excited by it. But there's this sense of not quite, it not quite being there yet. It's like if this person came and knocked on your door, you'd come running down the stairs to greet them. But I think you need to have that conversation with this person. It's like you don't really know. So there's a lot of waiting energy, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for your chance. What's on the underline there? Look, High Priestess again. Hello. So there you go. High Priestess card twice there. And I'm going to put it down right over the High Priestess. So yeah. Strong High Priestess energy. Just having some more coffee, sorry. I'm still recovering from whatever this bug is that I've had. So yeah, my throat's a little bit dry. A lot of talking when I do a reading. What's in your person's heart space towards you? What's in your person's heart space towards you? This is what we want to know. This is what we're here for. What is in your person's heart space towards you? The Eight of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Two moons on this card. Again, moons could very well be a Pisces or have Pisces placement. Emotionally, I think this person thinks you've walked away, or they're walking away from this connection because there's something missing. The Eight of Cups is a card about feeling like there's something missing, there's a piece of the puzzle missing, and it's on an emotional level. So it's having to turn your back and go out and explore the world. Can you tell me why the Eight of Cups is here, please? Five of Pentacles, yeah, Devil, and the Star card. The Five of Pentacles, yeah, they really feel like they might feel very shut out in the cold. You may not, whether you feel this way, whether you're doing anything to make this person feel this way or not, I don't know, but they're coming through as this mouse, so they're very, they probably have confidence issues, so they may feel like you've closed the door on them, you've shut them out. There's no, you're not offering them that cup of emotion. You're not. They want the emotion, they want the cups, and you're not offering it. So they feel like they're rejected. They feel rejected. So they feel like they have to turn their back and walk away. But it comes with the Devil and the Star. I think they see you as their wish fulfillment, their hope and dreams. I've got Capricorn again, that's twice now, and Aquarius. They see you as their hope and dreams. They see you as wish fulfillment, everything they could have ever wanted there with that Star card. Like if they wished upon a star for a person, the universe would give them you. That's kind of how they feel. But it comes with this Devil. So the Devil can be controlling or obsession. It's probably obsession. If they think you're their wish fulfillment, they're probably feeling pretty obsessive about this connection. And so if it's not going the way that they expected it to, if they're feeling shut out, and they may feel like for their own good, for their own health, this is a card about healing, they need to turn the back on this and walk away, because if they can't, I think it's driving them mad. It's like Tantalus, in classical mythology. His kind of punishment was to stand in water up to his neck, but every time he was really, really thirsty, but every time he kind of bent down, the water would draw back and he wouldn't be able to actually drink any of it, and then he'd have fruit over his head, but every time he reached up for it, the branches would draw back. So they probably feel like every time they reach out for you, you draw back, and it's like dangling a carrot on a stick. It's driving, it's torture for them. It's torture for them. So There's a 7 of Swords here as well. Let's get a clarifier on the 7 of Swords. I'm just kind of putting the cards back in separately. I'm going to give it a quick shuffle. And then, why is the 7 of Swords here, please? Explain the 7 of Swords in this person's heart space. No, they're quite closed off. They're quite guarded. I don't think they want to give too much away here because they have a lot invested in this emotionally. They really see you as their person. I think they've really fallen for you. So they maybe been a little bit deceptive. This is a deceptive card. They don't really want to reveal everything. They're kind of playing the cards quite close to the chest, I think to protect their chest. Yeah, but there's some deception here. They may say, if somebody said, oh, do you like this person? They'd be like, nah, you know, they're just a friend. But no, maybe self-deception. Ow, I'm feeling that. I'm really feeling that. Okay, what's going on in this person's thoughts? Justice, Libra card again here, and the Hangman again, more Aquarius energy. You're getting certain signs repeating now. You've had Pisces twice, Libra twice, Capricorn twice, and Aquarius 2 or 3 times. A lot of major arcana coming out as well. You had the Devil and the Star, major arcana there. This person feels very, very, very strongly towards you. This is really big for them. And I think you're realizing that with this Tower moment in your thoughts. I think you had no idea, and then when you've realized, it's kind of almost like turned your world upside down. And that's what's going on over here for this person here with this Hangman card. They are trying to look at things from a different perspective. They're trying to understand your point of view. They're trying to kind of walk in your shoes, really trying to figure out what you think and feel, I think, in this situation. Really trying to understand you and look at things from your perspective. You can see this kind of like purpley colour, and then she's kind of got this purpley colour on here. So I'm making that connection there with this person's really trying to see your perspective on things. I think they don't know everything. You've got a lot of moons here. This person doesn't know everything. So they're trying to use their intuition to kind of figure you out. Like figure out what your thoughts are, where you stand here. And they just, quite frankly, they just want justice. They just want closure. They want things to be equal. They're not speaking their truth right now with this sword facing down. They're not coming in to kind of reveal everything, but they want justice in this situation. They want things to be fair. They want things to be equal, because at the moment you hold all the power, because they're coming through as being really quite obsessed with you. Which I'm not picking up on it as being like a stalker obsession, you know, like an unhealthy. It is unhealthy. It is unhealthy because I think you're consuming their thoughts. You know, they're probably getting you're probably on their mind all day and all night. And I think that's hard for them. I'm really feeling like it's really hard for them. You know, they probably don't want to feel this way, because I think it makes them feel small. And insecure, vulnerable is the word I was looking for. Very vulnerable, because you could crush them. Like, look at how big you are compared to them. You could crush them. Yeah, they just want this situation to come to some sort of close, to get clarity, to get the truth, to get the justice, to be able to see things from your perspective. Because right now it's like they're in limbo with you, like that Tantalus. You know, that's every time you reach out to them, they get their hopes up, and then every time you draw back, they're disappointed. In their action space, they just want that 2 of Cups. They see you as their 2 of Cups. Look, they're showing us the Two of Cups in their action space, and you're over here realizing that this person is your Two of Cups, that you have a good time when you're with this person. This person makes you feel good. You feel respected. You feel understood. You feel valued by this person. You feel like you could have a really good time with this person. Like things are equal. Like just, yeah, like, look at this. It's like you could see yourself really committing to this person. And whether this is like just best friends, right? Whether you want a romantic relationship with this person or not, you are aware that they are your emotional equal. This person fully realizes it. They fully feel that connection. That on an emotional level, you are their person. Whether that, and they just want that with you. They just want that connection. They want that emotional connection with you. Whether that's romantic or just friendship. I think they just want the recognition of this and the ability to love you freely, you know, in whatever form that may take. I think they just want to spend time with you. They, you know, you had that thing somewhere where it was like about just wanting to be you two face to face, having that conversation, getting everything out on the table. Yeah, so like they just want to spend some time with you, perhaps like just you and them somewhere quiet where you can talk things through and understand each other. Chariot card there again, and like there's this need to kind of make this decision regarding this relationship. It's like, are we going to go left or right? Where do we stand? I want to know. I want that decision made. So like it's like they can move on with their life as well. If you see this person as like a really good friend, but you can't be in a romantic relationship with them for whatever reason, like they just want to know. They just want to know where they stand. And then they can move on with their life. But they really want you in their life in whatever shape or form that may take. They love you so much. Yeah, but they feel out in the cold. The Emperor there. Right, I don't know whether to take that card or not. I think this is just clarifying that they feel out in the cold with you. The Emperor card is showing there. I was about to ask what they like about you, and the Emperor card came out. So I've put it back in because I'm not 100% sure what that was saying. It may be they feel out in the cold because of some kind of like controlling energy, perhaps like a father or a boss, or somebody's kind of come in between you both or shut them out, or they're seeing you as an Emperor. The underlying, now I've got the Ace of Wands, that new passion. Right, okay. What does your person like about you? What does your person like about you? That's interesting. What does your person like about you? What does your person... Ah, I understand what that is. What does your person like about you? What does your person like about you? Right, there is a situation here where your person has felt like they're out in the cold. They felt like you've put a shield up, or you've backed away, or you've put... It's like you may have blocked them on social media, or you've withdrawn from the connection. You can see this person here has the hands crossed over the chest, protecting the heart. They've got the swords up. This can be a card about needing to make a decision, but it's also a card about being defensive. I'm noticing the red blindfold and the red of the High Priestess's dress. You know, it really stands out for me in this moment, that red blindfold. Along with the moon, your person is very, very intuitive. They really trust their instincts on a situation. And I think what this is telling me is that although there's been some kind of block, there's been some kind of barrier that's gone up, intuitively that connection is still there. So even though it may be that you two have stopped talking to each other, this person knows that like there's this link between you. They know that you still see them because of the red of the blindfold. It's you look like you're blindfolded to them. You look like you're not seeing them, but you are seeing them, and it's like all you see is them. And they intuitively know that. So they like that about you. They like that you've got a link there. It's like almost like a psychic link. You see them, and they know you see them. No matter what's going on in the 3D reality. They also really like that you're dependable, that you take the time to do things properly, that you are grounded, that you're stable, that you're slow moving, that you're doing things right. They think you're very, very dependable, very, very trustworthy. Sorry, my video cut out. Despite having this guard up, they sense that you're doing something. They sense that you're moving towards them. You know, this person has, again, same message. They've got this guard up. They've got this shield up. It's kind of like, you don't see me. I'm creeping along. You don't see me. But look, even though the face is covered, they're looking at you. So, yeah, this person likes the... It's like you've got... yeah. It's funny that. It feels a little bit hard to grasp. You may like the colour blue. You may wear a lot of blue. But yeah, they see you as somebody very practical, very dependable, very reliable, steadfast, but quite slow moving. But I think they respect that rather than being something that flies in and out. You're the long term. You're in it for the long term, whatever that is. Right? Okay. So what does your person not like about you? Oh, if you're playing games with them, I think they feel like you're playing games with them. You know, that Tantalus energy of like being in and out. It feels a bit like a chess game for them where they're constantly trying to figure you out. You know, they're trying to figure out your game plan, but yeah, they're really, really, really trying to figure you out, trying to understand you. And I feel like if they can't talk to you for whatever reason, they're trying to do it intuitively. Yeah, it's like they just want, like, I'm hearing the end game. They just want the end game. I think the game playing between you, whatever that is the strategy. These two cards are strategists. I think that's wearing them out. The Two of Pentacles. They feel like you're juggling them. They feel like you're indecisive. They feel like a bit of a fool here. They feel like they're being played. That's what they're scared of. They're scared that you're playing them for a fool. They're so lost. They're so confused. They think so highly of you. And they don't know what's going on. They feel like they're out in the cold. They feel like they're in this fog. And you've got the upper hand and you're playing with them like a cat and a mouse, right? It's like at any moment they could just dig the claws in. You could dig your claws into them. I feel really bad for this person. What was it? You know you got me. You've got me. You've got me. I just hope that you want me. Like, you've got them. Do you want them, or are you just playing with them? Like, you need to kind of do the fair thing here now. I think you like them. I think you like them. I think you see them as your Two of Cups. You've realised this. Don't play with them. I think they need that conversation. I think they need... Oh, you're killing them. You're absolutely killing them. I can feel it. Yeah, okay, I'm done. I was going to ask what steps are you taking towards them. I do see you making an offer. Like, look at that as well. The wish fulfillment there again on the bottom of that. Right, can you tell me, please, best advice for Gemini, please? Best advice regarding this reading today. What do you need to release? What do you need to release? Don't let your past hold you back. So, interesting, two cards then. There's something holding you back here that you need to release from the past. I don't know what that is. That's going to mean different things to different ones of you. Conclusions are within reach. The energy is gaining momentum. If you want this person and you've got a tie to an old relationship, you need to wrap that up. You need to conclude that. Because that's going to be what's contributing to this person thinking that you're juggling them. the energy's gaining momentum though. You know, this, it's almost like you've had that tower moment, you've had that clarity, and like all of a sudden you've realised this person. It's like all of a sudden you've seen them. It's like that blindfold where it's like all you see now is them. I just want you two to get in. I just want you two to have that conversation. I want you to have that face-to-face conversation, to get it all out, to know exactly where each other stand, to be brutally honest with each other. You know, and if it turns out like you go on as romantic partners, or you go on as best friends, or, you know, whatever that, I just want that clarity for the sake of this person and for you as well, because you've had that light bulb moment. Energy's gaining momentum here. If you go for it, I feel like it's going to be massive. Hey yo! And on that note, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you, Gemini, for having a gorgeous reading. Although the pain of that person, I can feel it, but it's like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful pain. It's like the kind of pain that people would write love poetry about. You know, like the pain of loving someone. I'm going to cry. The pain of loving someone and not being able to do anything about it, not being able to express it. Like, it's so gorgeous, but it's so painful. Right, okay, and on that note, I'm gonna start crying. Take care, Gemini. Best of luck with that. I hope everything works out for you and your person. Do be kind to them. Don't play games with them. You know, that cat and mouse game, cat with the claws. I hope you realise how much this person thinks of you now, and how painful it is for you to play games with them. Be kind to them. Right, take care. Bye-bye.